So you need a bathroom contractor in Bloomington, and you want to make sure you hire the right one. That is a smart instinct because the difference between a good contractor and a bad one is not just about money. It is about months of stress, potential property damage, and the nightmare of having to hire someone else to fix what the first person messed up. Bloomington sits right in the heart of the Twin Cities metro, which means you have no shortage of contractors willing to take your call. But having options does not automatically mean having good options. Here's what you actually need to know before you sign anything. The first thing you should do before even scheduling a quote is check whether the contractor is licensed in Minnesota. The state requires all residential contractors to carry a license from the Department of Labor and Industry. This is your baseline. If they are not licensed, nothing else matters. Do not let anyone tell you they are working under someone else's license or that they do not need one for smaller jobs. In Bloomington, you want everything above board from day one. Next, talk about insurance before you talk about tile samples. You need to see a current certificate of insurance that includes general liability and workers' compensation. Workers' comp is the one people forget about, and it is the one that can cost you the most. If a worker falls off a ladder in your Bloomington bathroom and they are not covered by workers' comp, guess who the medical bills land on? You. Get that certificate and verify it with the insurance company directly. Here is something I want you to pay attention to during that first visit. A good bathroom contractor does not just measure the room and throw out a number. They ask questions. They want to know about your daily routine, how many people use the bathroom, whether you have had moisture or plumbing issues before. They look at the ventilation, check the subfloor condition, and talk about what is behind the walls. A contractor who spends 30 minutes or more on a first visit to your Bloomington home is someone who takes the work seriously. When it comes to quotes, get at least 3 from different Bloomington area contractors. And here is the key. Compare them line by line. Material costs should be roughly similar unless someone is specifying very different products. Where you see the biggest differences is usually in labor and timeline. A quote that is significantly lower than the others usually means they are either underestimating the scope of work or planning to use less experienced labor. Neither of those is good for you. Payment structure is where a lot of Bloomington homeowners get burned. A trustworthy contractor will propose a payment schedule tied to project milestones, something like 10% at signing, then payments at demolition completion, rough-in completion, and final walkthrough. If anyone asks for half the total cost up front, walk away. That is not standard practice, and it leaves you with very little leverage if things go wrong. You also want a written contract that spells out everything: materials, brands, timeline, payment schedule, change order terms, warranty, and cleanup expectations. A handshake deal might feel friendly, but it gives you zero protection if the project goes sideways. In Hennepin County, a detailed written agreement is just being smart. One more thing specific to Bloomington and the broader Minnesota market. Seasonal timing can work in your favor. Most homeowners start thinking about bathroom remodels in spring, which means contractors get booked up fast from April through September. If you have flexibility, scheduling your project during the late fall or winter months can get you better availability and sometimes a better price from Bloomington contractors looking to fill their schedule. If you are ready to find a vetted, licensed bathroom contractor in Bloomington without spending weeks doing research, call 928-433-2280. We connect Bloomington homeowners with pre-screened contractors who have been verified for licensing, insurance, and quality of work.